everyone, and welcome back to Only Polished Nails. I'm Liz, and today I have for you guys my Zoya 4th of July BOGO haul. So Zoya was running a promotion. I want to say it was June 21st through July 7th or 8th probably, and it was buy one get one free for all of their colors, and you got a Z wide brush included for every single bottle that you received. So that is almost better than the Earth Day sale. So I of course had to get some more polishes, and I think free shipping starts at $55, so of course I had to get 12 polishes so I could get free shipping. And I'm excited to show you everything that I've purchased. Now, I've swatched everything from this haul that I could get away with wearing in the summer. So there are a couple polishes that I haven't swatched, but I'm really excited with the ones I have, and I will be able to show you some comparisons to some other polishes that I have in my collection. So let's start out first with the ones that I have on my nails, and that is Zoya B. So this came out in this year's 2019 Barefoot collection, which is their summer collection. As soon as I saw this in their promos, I had to have it. I think it's absolutely a gorgeous color, and I love creamy yellows, and I love yellows in general, and Zoya does not do enough yellows, so had to have this one. I will say that it dries slightly darker on the nail than it is in the bottle. I hope you can tell that in the picture here, but I still really love it. I actually think I love the color dried better than in the bottle because the bottle looks a little pale. When I first saw this, let's show you, this is Color Club Macaroon Swoon, which actually came out in a spring collection several years ago. So Macaroon Swoon is what I would consider a classic pale yellow. So B is a lot more warmth to it, and definitely as it dries on the nails, I agree, it's a summer color. I think it looks great with a tan, and I'm really excited to have it in my collection. Now, to compare that to some of Zoya's polishes, we have Pippa here, which is sort of a lighter of the yellow creams, and then we have Darcy on this side. So you can see it looks very different than Pippa and Darcy. I will be doing a more in-depth comparison of these three yellows coming up in a few weeks. So if you're interested in seeing how these three apply on the nail differently, then stay tuned. So that was Zoya B. The next polish I got was also from this summer Barefoot collection, and that is Joey. Really like Joey. It has a lot of warmth to it. I've never picked up Dot because I had read from so many people that the formula was just atrocious, so I was really excited to see this. Looking on Olive Ab Nails channel, this doesn't really compare to Dot, like color wise. They're really far apart. So if you have Dot, I would say definitely still pick this up. I think, again, this is a nice warm pink, and because I am a warm toned skin, I really love these colors. So I'm going to show this up next to Butter London Teddy Girl, which is sort of the same family, but Teddy Girl is a lot cooler of that pale pink. So Teddy Girl I would wear in the spring, whereas this one, yes, I could say I wear it in the summer. I would wear it in the spring. I would wear it all year round. And then to compare it to another Zoya polish, I have Zoya Avril. So Avril is sort of my go-to when it comes to blush. You can see here that Avril has a little bit more gray in it, not as saturated of a pink color as Joey is. So I think both of them are worth having. Joey is a much better formula than Avril, opaque in 2 coats. The next one that I got, again, from that summer Barefoot collection is Walker. So I don't have a ton of blues from Zoya, but I have a couple, nothing that really looks anything close to Walker. So Walker is a nice pale, I would say, I don't really call it cornflower. It definitely has a lot more saturation than that to me. So here's Robyn. As I said, these really don't compare at all. So Robyn and Walker. I think Walker is really beautiful, and I'm excited to try out some more blues from Zoya and these lighter color ranges. The next one I picked up was Saint, and Saint was recommended to me by a viewer, and I really enjoyed it. This, I would say, is a cornflower blue, but it has a really nice hot magenta pink flash in there, which is really interesting. And I did get some brush stroking with this, and I don't know of any way to avoid that other than sponging that on, which I'm not gonna do. In terms of color, here you have Walker, which is what the one I just showed you, and Saint. So these actually look a lot closer than Robyn did. So here we have Walker and Saint. And then the next blue that I purchased, as I said, I don't have a whole lot of blue, so I'm trying to build that up a little bit. And this is Aire, and this came out in their Innocent Spring collection this year. So Aire is a dusty cornflower blue. It's really, really gorgeous. It is a lot deeper than I was expecting it to be, so I don't think that I'm going to wear this very much in the summer months, but I can see this working in fall and spring and winter. So even though it's not bright summer fun blue, I think it still has a lot of versatility to it. I was hesitant to pick up Aire because I thought it was going to be very similar to something I already owned, and that is Less's Norse, and this is from the OPI Iceland collection. But you can see when I put them next to each other, not similar at all. I don't know what I was thinking, so not close to this at all. I would say, if anything, it's closer to Tonight, and this came from the China Glaze Flashback OMG collection, which is their holographics. So this is a linear holographic. Actually, in person, these blues look a lot closer than they do on the camera here. But this is the closest I had in terms of like the same blue color to Aire. So if you know of any other of those like lighter, paler blues, not so pale as blue, but some of these lighter ones that you could recommend, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd really be interested in picking up some more blues. The next one that I got is Abby, and I think a lot of people have Abby. I never picked it up because it is definitely a cooler toned sort of Jordan almond purple, but I really, really like this color, and I'm glad I picked it up. And I don't have anything like it in my collection of this like pale purple. Again, this is something that I would probably consider more of a spring color, but it certainly works in summer. There's nothing to stop it from working in summer. So that was Zoya Abby. The next one I picked up is Ree, and actually I think this might be from the Barefoot collection as well. So I ended up getting 4 Barefoot collection colors. So Ree is this really pretty, very warm, very pink leaning purple. And the reason that I picked this up is I have Lilac Insomniac from the Sally Hansen's Miracle Gel line. I really, really loved this color. I hate the formula, so I was trying to find a replacement for it, and I thought that this was fairly close. Looking at in the bottle, again, they look a lot more similar than they look on the screen here. I would say that Lilac Insomniac is just a touch dustier, but in terms of color tone, these are very, very similar. So this guy I'm getting rid of now that I have Ree to replace it. So really happy with Ree. And then, as I said, I was trying to replace this, so I purchased a couple of different polishes that I thought might work for it. And the other one that I picked up is Kieko. So this one has been in the collection for quite some time. I'm not really sure when it was released. Kieko is a lot more purple than Ree. So here's Ree and here's Kieko. So it wasn't as good of a match for Lilac Insomniac, but I still think this color is really pretty, and I think they're different enough, especially on the nail, that you can justify having both of these colors. And then one more color that I did not pick up in this sale, but it's just for comparison's sake, and this is Maeve. So I picked this up in a D-Stash sale a couple months ago. So Maeve is part of a fall collection. I want to say it was part of the Elements collection last year. So you can see that it has a lot more purple in it. It's a lot more grapey. So from this side we have Ree, Kieko, and on this side we have Maeve. The next one that I picked up is Tinsley, and I saw this again on Olive Ave Nails in one of her hauls, and I just thought it was really gorgeous and I needed to have it. So it's a really pretty bright pink base, and it's a warm pink, not a cool tone pink, and then it has a ton of these bronzy gold shimmers packed into it. I think it's really gorgeous. It just glows on the nail. I'm going to show this next to Feye, which color-wise, these aren't very similar at all, but it's the same sort of idea with that colored base with the really, really strong shimmers in it. So here's Feye and here is Tinsley. you definitely need both of these because they are not similar. In terms of color, I think this is a lot more similar to, this is Zooey, which is of course one of their pixie dusts. Zooey is the same pink base, but it has those gold shimmers in it. I would say Tinsley has more gold shimmer in it. Tinsley is just gorgeous. So really excited to have this in collection. Even though I wear mostly cream polishes, I like having just a couple of these little sparkly blingy things when I'm feeling like it. The next one that I picked up is Lola. And so Lola is very similar to Saint in the fact that it has that contrasting shimmer in it. So Lola has this hot pink that is UV reactive, so it'll show up in black lights, but it also has a really strong blue flash in it that is absolutely gorgeous, and it just makes it glow off the nail. So I'm really excited to have this. Again, Lola, sort of a cool toned pink, so probably not the best with my skin tone, but it's such a fun color to wear in the summer. Because of that shimmer, it does take me, I want to say 3 or 4 coats and I can still see my nail line. So I asked on some of the Facebook forums and they said to just, you know, throw white on underneath it. Then you don't have to worry about that nail line. So next time I try Lola out, I will definitely throw white on underneath it. But again, such a fun, bright, quintessential summer color. So now we're getting into some of the two that I purchased that were a lot darker, and I couldn't feel like I could justify wearing that in the summertime. The first one I picked up is Waverly. And this came out in their Enchanted collection, which is a winter collection, and it is a pixie dust. It's really gorgeous. It has those like blue glitters in it along with that matte textured base. So really, really, really pretty. So I would say this is like the blue version of Elfie, which is green. And then in terms of color comparisons, I'm just going to show this next to Dream. So Dream, of course, is a scattered holographic, so the finish on these is quite different, but I do think in terms of saturation amount, these are very similar. I will say I just swatched this on a nail stick, Waverly, and it has a lot more green in the base than I was anticipating it to have, even from looking in the bottle. So I think it'll work okay with my skin tone, even though these cobalty blues aren't the best for me, but I think having that just hint of green will make it a little bit better. And then the last polish I picked up is Toni. I'm a sucker for these sort of like burgundy, deep, vampy polishes. I have a bunch of them. Did I need Toni? Probably not, but I got it anyway. So I'm going to show this next to Marnie. When you show these two, Marnie is a lot less saturated and it has a little bit more brown, a little bit more gray to it. So we have Toni and Marnie. And then I'm going to show Mona. So again, Mona a little bit more red to it, to Toni is a little bit more purple. And even though when you show it next to Mona, Toni looks really, really purple, we throw in Tara, which I would consider a purple, then all of a sudden Toni looks a lot more burgundy red. So as I say, I have a lot of these sort of color polishes, but I really enjoy them. So here we have Mona, Tara, this is Toni, and Marnie. Hope you guys have enjoyed looking through my haul, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.